Damn, I don't even know how to trans. NBA YoungBoy.
Don't say trans.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I read about this shit.
NBA YoungBoy has revealed his plans to become a Mormon, crediting the Christian theology with helping him pull out a dark place. In a sprawling interview with Billboard, the Baton Rouge rapper said his support of Mormonism began after being visited by missionaries while on house arrest in Utah. YoungBoy said distinctly he turned them away the first time they appeared on his doorstep before having second thoughts and welcoming them into his home. I've been in a similar situation. I invited them into my home, but for different, more nefarious reasons. I wanted a bicycle. No.
A bicycle.
I wanted, what did he say? Oh, what the fuck? A little ad popped up. I wanted help very badly. I needed a friend, and he hit me. He admitted it was just cool to see someone with different mindset that had nothing to do with business and money, just these wonderful souls. This is the same shit that happened to Craig Mack.
Damn.
The missionaries then began visiting the rapper home every day where they would engage and talk with him about the Book of Mormon and sought to make sure YoungBoy's heart was in the right place for his official baptism into the church. He said his plan is to become baptized into the Church of Latter-day Saints after his house arrest is over. Even when my negative thoughts come back, when I do tell them not today, I just don't let nothing stop it, he said. What do you take from that?
How come everybody got the same approach to recruiting these niggas? Like, whether you Jehovah's Witness or you the fucking Avon lady, nigga. Like, is this working? I guess. These niggas sound like Scientologists, man. Sound weird how they did this shit. They came to do like a stress test. Like, they knew, it seemed like they preyed upon him. But he opened himself up to that. Like you said, he let him in. So this is just kind of weird. I don't know what to say about that, man.
Skip.
Lost for words. Skip. What do you think?
I mean, I always felt like in life ain't no rules, bro. Whatever works for you to make you a better person. And if he really genuinely becoming a better person, shit, go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Now, if they get to brainwash you and shit, that's a whole different story. I don't know shit about the Mormon shit. I don't want to be offensive, but I mean, I don't know. If it makes you a better person, do that shit. You know what I mean? They said he dropped the album since then, and it was less.
Sean Bradley was on that bitch freestyle.
Sean Bradley
and Mormon?
Yeah.
I can see that, actually.
He went to BYU. Everybody go to BYU damn here. He took his little pilgrimage and shit, I think, in his junior year. But I do know about the Church of Mormon. Church of Mormon is one of the most disgusting sects of religion, out of a totally disgusting religion anyway. It's crazy because until 1978, they wouldn't even allow black people to be like ministers or like leaders. They had this ideology that dark-skinned people or black people were children like of curse. They had the Hamite curse, which is the bastardization of the curse that the Most High, put on Canaan, and it's a whole. The origins are racist, and then even outside of just the social aspect of it, as far as race is concerned, the founder of it is John Smith,
Right.
who himself was. It's crazy because if you ever get a chance, look up the parallels between Islam and Mormonism. Both of the prophets were said to have been visited by the angel. In Islam's situation, it was Gabriel. With Mormonism, it was an angel they called Moroni. They viewed themselves as lost children of Israel. They felt like they was a tribe who incidentally was in America and stuff, and they felt like they had the authority of the scriptures. It was weird because I studied all this shit. They started like in Illinois. The founder got ran up out of it. They treated like a charlatan and shit. He was a huckster, stealing all that stuff. Then they moved out west. They settled Utah. He incidentally got killed. He got killed. I can't remember exactly what. He was in the Freemasonry, all this stuff, a lot of witchcraft. So the man says, the main man says that my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. When you don't know your history, you acquiesce to everybody else's history. Cultural. I forgot what we was talking about. Acculturation, that's what it is. Where you just engulf yourself in somebody else's shit and ignorantly you just take on what the fuck they got on. I'm sure he don't know that it was a particular time where they just rejected our people from being around them when we shouldn't want to be around people anyway.
You probably don't know.
You know, and again, that's what it is. The lack of knowledge causes you to perish. You fall from not studying. You totally just dive head first into something like this, not knowing the spiritual attachments that attached to things like this. So, I mean, but I incidentally do believe in rules. I don't live a chaotic. I don't believe in chaos. I don't believe in do without will. The phrase that was coined by Aleister Crowley and people.
Do without will, you said?
Do without will.
You're definitely not a fucking robot.
Yeah, because I mean, it's the same thing what you said, where it's long as it feel good. They said, let love be the law. So they say that long as it feel good, it is good. You know what I'm saying? There's no boundaries. And when you say you don't
agree with that.
But when you say you don't believe in rules, like you can't have a rule for not believing in rules, can you?
Touche.
I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. He might have took it out of a little context.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Like, I had a conversation with my buddy about that. He like, bro, it needs to be like, you need to know where to draw the line in life. So I get that.
General
100%.
structure.
I agree with that. But when I mean rules, it's just like religion and shit. Like, whatever religion you choose there's no rules to that. We don't have facts on anything. I believe in what I believe in, and I believe in it, but I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's what I really mean. Like, ain't no rules to what career, what religion, what beliefs, you know what I mean?
But whatever you choose, it's a set of guidelines, basically.
Yeah, and if it make you a better person and shit, I mean, all we can do is have good intentions. We don't know shit.
And then I don't want to just go all the way off the topic of the show, but when we say we don't like have facts, when we say things like that, it's like you personally, have you sought out the facts? Like, have you done a deep dive to where you can?
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I have not.
I would hope that he did prior to doing that, but we know he didn't.
He did. But my point is, though, sometimes you can't dispute absolute if you haven't come to an absolute.
Because he might have made a choice on that.
Denial of it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't absolutely refute something, I think that you know what I'm saying? It's not wise to just be like, we don't know. Because there's some people who know.
That's a fact. I give you that 100% for sure.
But again, though, NBA YoungBoy, he sounds like a person on a journey. You know what I'm saying? He one of them dudes who seem like he gets so much so fast, and it's hard for him to decide who really's for him or not. And so I can understand how you can get caught at a vulnerable state like that. He said the first time somebody didn't want no money from him.
How old is he?
Yeah, he young boy.
Little shit like that.
He 18?
No, hell.
Oh, okay.
He that young.
23.
And so he's impressionable. And then you would like, it's crazy because the people who should like give him knowledge and wisdom, they probably asking for $1.
That's a fact.
And so I wasn't bullshit when I said I invited them in. I let them come in. They play their DVD and shit, and we sit down and we talk. And I incidentally knew way more about their shit than they knew. And it blew their fucking mind, you know what I'm saying? So they had to leave. Get the fuck out of here. I was real respectful and stuff, but I just like that type of dialogue. But it is what it is, man. I want to